Imagine spending a decade of your life chasing the wrong things. Relationships, seeking out validation, wasting money on people that are not even in your life anymore. That's how I lived my life in my early 20s, and it didn't just waste my time. I've easily spent and wasted over £100,000, and a whole decade of personal growth has been wasted. The worst part, bro, I didn't even realize this until I hit 30 years old. So in today's video, I'm going to take you through 3 mistakes that you should avoid making in your early 20s. So if you're ready, let's get it. Mistake number 1, bro, is getting into relationships too early. Now, relationships have many upsides and benefits. Ego boosts, higher your self-esteem, and you get regular sex on a Saturday night instead of spending £100 getting blackout drunk until 2 a.m. just to get some sweaty little disco fanny. For me, in my early 20s, when I entered into these relationships, the negatives and the downside definitely outweighed the positives. Because I wasn't a mentally healthy person, I had a lot of baggage, emotional baggage that I was carrying around with me. Things like low self-esteem and big, massive ego that needed stroking all the time. Instead of enjoying these relationships that I was a part of, I started to realize that I was in them for the wrong reasons. I was in them to get status because my self-esteem and my self-worth was so low. You know, I used to want to be so hard, that guy who had the hot blonde slim girlfriend, so that other guys would look at me and I would be higher in their estimation than most other guys. I thought I loved these girls that I was with, and maybe on some level I really truly did, but in time, through learning and growing and going to therapy, I realized that I was just in these relationships for the total wrong reasons, and it wasn't good for me or them. It was almost like a video game, bro, where I had completely ignored the main story and I'd run off and done a bunch of little side quests without leveling up, and by the time I realized it and I looked back, it was too late, bro. I was already lost. Don't ruin your long-term growth, bro. You only get one shot at this. Check out Crush, bro. But this next one kind of hurts to admit, and that is that I didn't start working out until I was 28 years old. Now, I got lucky, bro. I had the knowledge. I studied sports science at university, and so I had the knowledge. I just didn't apply it early on in my life. In my early 20s, I should have been working out and building a better physique. And I think it attends to a lot of the insecurities and the self-esteem issues I had when I was younger. And who knows, maybe if I would have built a better body and I didn't have them issues, maybe I wouldn't have got into such time-consuming and toxic relationships that stole me of my time in my early 20s that I could have been using to build businesses and build financial freedom and leveling up. Just like investing, bro, it takes a long time to build a good body, and if I'd have had the body that I have now when I was 22 or 23, imagine the kind of shape I'd be in now. I'd probably look like a pro fucking bodybuilder. So don't wait around to get in shape. The longer you leave it, the more gains you're leaving on the table, and you may never ever be able to build that muscle in the future. I'm at this super dope spot right now. It's called 20’s Hill, and I think it's about 2 miles higher than water level, and on a clear day you can see, well, you probably can't see on the camera, but clear day like today you can see all the way into Liverpool city centre and all the towers and the buildings and shit there. And then over this way you can see Blackpool, which is a pretty fair distance away from where we are. So yeah, pretty dope spot. Mistake number 3 that I made in my early 20s was that I didn't travel often enough. Although I'd been on quite a few trips abroad by the time I was 22, 23, they were mostly family vacations and the odd stag week or stag weekend with a large group of guys where you're just partying and getting blackout drunk all day and all night. It wasn't until my late 20s and my early 30s that I started traveling the world to seek out new cultures and new traditions, trying new food, meeting the local people, learning new languages. Started to learn to speak Spanish and I'm becoming almost fluent in it now, which is fantastic. I have grown so much from these experiences, bro. I've become such a more confident person. My social skills have improved from learning a new language. Just for example, like last week at my local salsa class, a new girl joins and she's from Mexico. Now I was able to talk to her in her native language, and I absolutely love her home country, Mexico. I've been there multiple times now, and it's great to see the smile on somebody's face when they recognize that you love their home country and you've put a lot of effort into finding out about their culture. Traveling and experiencing new things, bro, it only adds to your tool belt of experience for you to go through life with. It gets you out of your comfort zone, bro, and how else are you supposed to grow if you don't burst out of your bubble and you stick to the same boring, mundane shit for the rest of your life? I hope what I had to say has hit home a little bit, and maybe this is the motivation that you needed to go and get some shit done before you get old like me, bro. You should watch this video next, bro. Why stop watching now? If you made it to the end of the video, I appreciate you, bro. See you in the next one.